Today we are talking about morning or evening routine. Well, actually, we're talking about any kind of routine. So the first question that comes to mind is, why should you care, right? Why should you even bother in starting a routine? Well, there has been research out there from the University of Tel Aviv, and they found that doing a routine reduces your stress levels, your anxiety, and then you kind of like have more time and energy to focus on other things. So generally speaking, a routine is a smart way to move forward. Now, but what is actually a routine? So basically you can imagine like this. It's like lots of little habits put together, and if you do them frequently and intentionally, you are creating a routine. So for example, you could create a morning workout routine, or a morning breakfast routine, or a morning getting ready routine, or of course also to do everything in the evening. And so basically just find your little things, your little habits that you can put together. There's actually a really cool book for that topic, and it's called Atomic Habits. So it's like how you can start with just 1% and then woo, you're gonna skyrocket. Now, so we talked about why you should do a routine, what it is, but how do you actually do this? So there are 4 things I find quite helpful when it comes to routines. So number 1, it should be visible. What does that mean? So let's use the example of workout. So if you first have to, I don't know, get up and then find your clothes together in separate rooms. Are you someone who's dropping your clothes everywhere? We don't know. But let's say it's really hard to get, then it's harder to start a routine. So whether you put your workout clothes, there's a mosquito. Be careful that it doesn't bite you. Sorry. So if you put the things you need for your routine in a visible spot, for example, to make it visible, then it already will help you. Now, the next thing is make it attractive. So I don't know if you like working out, but for me, there are definitely some workouts I find more attractive than others. So if you would force me to, what could you force me to do? To go maybe and run a marathon, not so much me. But if it's like a fun workout with some music, it's much more attractive for me. So find something linked to your routine that makes it attractive. Then it should be easy. So it should be easy to do. So for example, I have always my yoga mat right next to my bed, and I can just roll it out. It's so easy. I mean, there's nothing that can come in the way. Well, actually my 2 children can come in the way and can bombard the whole workout. But I mean, in terms of getting it ready, it's really there and it's very easy. Now, the last thing we have to be very important to remember is it should be satisfying. What does that mean? So for me, it's really like, at least once I've done a workout, I have like this feeling of satisfaction. So think about there to either make the habit itself satisfying, or maybe link it with another habit that you find satisfying. So maybe it's having that coffee right afterwards, or putting your feet up on the bed right afterwards, or whatever it is for you that makes it satisfying. Could also be working towards a goal or doing something like this. Now, another important thing is when. So when I started this video, I said morning or evening routine. And this is what I find so important, because some people, you know, they've heard about this 5 a.m. club, or I think now it's the 4 a.m. club. Has it changed? I think it's becoming earlier and earlier. I read the other day that Mark Wahlberg, you know Mark Wahlberg, the actor, he gets up every day at, was it 3 a.m. or 4 a.m.? It was something that I thought, wow, when do you go to bed then? And apparently it was very, very early. Anyways, you should not force yourself, I think, if you are not a morning person, don't force yourself just because it's now popular to do a morning routine to do it. If you're more an evening person, so if, for example, you work out or whatever you want to do, you know, maybe writing in your journal or reflecting upon your goals. If you're more an evening person, then create rather your evening routine. So go more in line with what works for you. And last but not least, what if? This one is very cool, I think, because often we start a routine and we have this perfection, this perfect picture in our mind. Okay, so first you do 15 minutes, let's say, of yoga. And then, however, the phone rings, or one of your children is jumping on you, and or you get an important, I don't know, something comes up, and you have to stop after 5 minutes. And then some people fall in the trap to say, oh, well, then it's all done and wasted. Or let's say you're trying to create a healthy eating routine, and then you're invited for a birthday party and you eat a cake, and then you're like, oh gosh, now it's all wasted. No. So prepare for the what ifs. A routine does not have to be perfect, and we should be grateful that we can start every day new. So life is good, life is great, and it's all a learning journey. So if your routine is not perfect on one day, scratch it and go again the next day, because life is everything that happens in between while you are busy making other plans. I think that was a very cool quote I read once, and I think that's to remember. So prepare for your what ifs, especially your mindset, and then you can start a great routine, whether it's in the morning or in the evening. See you soon.